I'll call Elon. He'll get you out.
So as you can see, the Tesla Cybertruck is cyber stuck. And it's always fun to make these kind of videos because I just want to show you guys the reality of this thing. And this is actually very real. Elon Musk and Tesla have told everyone that the Cybertruck, this is in their marketing, is built for any planet. But evidently, I guess it wasn't built for a planet full of snow. You know, the thing with this stuff is that if you watch the fanboy and fangirl channels, they're just going to tell you that everything Elon Musk says is true and that everything that Tesla does is awesome. I want to show you some more that is to the contrary. This is showing that Cybertruck and the fingerprint situation. Take a look for yourself.
I'm trying to collect as many fingerprints as possible because it's a stainless steel refrigerator.
It really is like a stainless steel refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how did you open it up? I saw it's just touch. Oh,
yeah.
You use that for tape?
Yep. So
It's only 2-door.
no, it's a 4-door.
Oh, okay.
And the material is pretty interesting too because it's just like a stainless steel refrigerator, so it's collecting fingerprints everywhere.
No way.
Yeah. We just had.
Wait, and you're okay with that?
Well, I mean, this is the material. What am I gonna do?
Olive oil.
Oh yeah, I heard alcohol works well,
Anything.
but like regular car wash soap does not get it off. So it has to have a special compound to get off. But you can see like just fingerprints stick to it pretty quickly.
Crazy.
It's probably not the best car for everyone.
I'll call Elon. He'll get you out.
I really don't like this at all. I would prefer you just have a bottle of isopropyl alcohol if that's what you prefer. From my testing, it was not even in, I guess it was in the top 3 or 4 of the other products I used, but Windex was a way better product for using it here, using stuff like this. And the other part about that is when you introduce oil or things to surface, it actually attracts dirt. Your refrigerator doesn't sit outside. Your kitchen sink doesn't sit outside. It's constantly being rinsed with water. Water spots are a serious issue with it. So I don't think this is necessarily the right application for a Cybertruck. That's my personal opinion. I could be totally wrong here.
So as you can see, a couple people have been mentioning the fingerprint stuff and moreover how to clean it. It looks like the material choice of building a truck / car in stainless steel maybe isn't so great. I liked what the one guy was saying. Hey, you know, your refrigerator, your sink, that's essentially for indoors, but the Cybertruck is outdoors collecting dust all of the time. However, I also want to be honest with you guys, most of social media is hype. Take a look at this for an example.
That right there is a combination to end all combinations. Ideal 2-car garage, you might say, and they both have the singular windshield wiper. The pink, though, I cannot get over how crazy it looks. Yes, 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 yes.
So that's what the kids are watching. And to be honest, that's much of social media. And this is just the reality. The audience is filled with stupid people, children, and stupid children. Moreover, they follow these kind of pumper channels. Take a look how they pump up the Cybertruck. You can hear it for yourself.
So the point that I'm getting at is this thing is going to ramp from beginning of production to astronomical units per year faster than any vehicle has ever ramped by miles, no contest. So even if it takes a little bit longer than most people would hope to start ramping and hit the market, a few years after initial production, this thing's going to be in the multiple millions of units per year. A few years after initial production, this thing's going to be in the multiple millions of units per year.
And I had to play it again a couple of times, be like, did he really say that? And yes, he's claiming they're going to be making billions of units. So this is the kind of world that we live in. And I understand, you know, there's a reason why I watch this stuff is like, why is the audience so sort of out of touch with reality? But if you're watching these pumper channels all day, every day, you think this is real. You think this sort of hype videos are real. You think that they're going to be building billions of units, etc. And you live in this alternative world and you say, oh, well, that mainstream media, they just hate Elon. They hate Tesla. Let me show you some more pumping just so you can see how it works.
It's hard not to be excited, man. It's very hard because it's like you said, it's all there. It just has to come to fruition. It just has to exist, and once it exists, it's a no-brainer. So, yeah, it's going to be wild to watch. Let me ask you, Bob, before I let you go. I don't want to keep you for too long. So based on the progress you've seen so far, ahead of expectation, behind expectation, on pace with what you thought.
For what?
Oh, the bot. I'm sorry.
Oh, the rock. Let me think here. I'm just kidding. I'm not thinking. It's absolutely ridiculously fast. I couldn't, like my mind was blown when we saw the recent demo with the dexterity of the hands, moving the egg from one thing to another. Now, the haters will just, well, it's just an egg, bro. But when you understand what Tesla has done in the span of time they've been able to do it. They effectively transplanted the brain of the car, FSD, into a humanoid form, then start training the bot. And it's gone from looking like a fairly advanced university project that a team spent a few years cobbling together in the first prototype to something really incredible already.
Whereas the Tesla robot just knows how to do it because it has an actual brain. It's kind of like thinking. It's analyzing, right? And that's where this is very exciting for people that sort of are following the story closely, is because now we might have a legitimate use case for a robot that will free up our time at home. It will enable us to be much more efficient with our work. That opens in a Pandora's box of, okay, if we have robots that do everything for us, what are we supposed to do, right? This is sort of where we're going in a similar fashion as you have the full self-driving technology, quote unquote, removing drivers from the road. That's going to impact things like heavy trucking over the long term, taxis, obviously. You're going to have a quote unquote crisis of work in a way when it comes to driving, but then you throw this human or robot into play, you might have a crisis of work, period. And then we're not even talking about on the software side. On the digital side, you have your LLMs and things like ChatGPT and whatever else they're coming up with.
And it's so obvious that this is pumping, but you guys, I get it. The audience is made of essentially effectively children. And, this is also real. If you're a child and you don't have a lot of experience in the world, you don't realize that there's con people out there. We are so far away from any kind of robots in your home, let alone humanoid robots, let alone like AI intelligence that's going to be operating robots. And the way that they act is like, oh yes, we're going to put the car brain that is perfectly functional because Elon Musk told me that it's functional, and put that in the robot, and suddenly your robot's going to be doing everything for you at home and replacing you. It's like, it's laughable, but I understand already when I make this kind of video, the kids are like, oh, Chris, you're so mean. You just don't believe in the future. You're just boring, bro. I want my Lambos, I want my Cybertrucks, and I want my Optimus Prime robots. So, there you have it. I understand these kind of things.
That right there is a combination to end all combinations. Ideal two-car garage, you might say, and they both have the singular windshield wiper. The pink, though, I cannot get over how crazy it looks. Yes, 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 yes.
It is what it is. And I just point this out to you guys because I want you to live in the world of reality. And this is why it's fun to make these kind of videos, because essentially what it is that if you believe all the hype, then you would believe that the Cybertruck can be on any planet at all times, every day. But when you actually look at the real evidence, it turns out it can't even make it in the snow. So deal with that. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next video.
I'll call Elon. He'll get you out.